Weak men react. Strong men stay calm. And that one difference changes everything. It changes how people see you, how women respond to you, how much respect you command, and how much power you truly have. Most men never learn this, because they think power is being louder, more aggressive, more dominant. But real power looks different. Real power is silence when everyone expects an explosion. Think about the last time someone disrespected you. Maybe it was a coworker, a friend, a stranger, or a woman you cared about. What happened next? Did your emotions take control? Did you immediately defend yourself? Did you send that angry text? Raise your voice? Try to prove your point? Most men do. And that's exactly why they lose. Because the moment someone can control your emotions, they control you. Read that again. If another person's words can make you angry on command, you are not in control. They are. And that's where weak men make their first mistake. They think reacting is strength. But reacting is surrender. Imagine two men. Both get insulted. The first man explodes. He argues, defends himself, gets emotional, needs everyone to know he's right. The second man stays calm. He listens, says little, keeps his composure, and walks away if necessary. Which man looks stronger? The answer is obvious. But most men still choose the first path. Because emotions feel urgent. That's the trap. Emotion says act now. Strength says wait. And that pause changes everything. Because when emotions are high, intelligence drops. Judgment weakens. Mistakes multiply. The angry message. The desperate call. The emotional decision. The public outburst. Most men don't regret staying calm. They regret reacting. Every single time. And here's something even more important. Women notice this more than men realize. Many men believe attraction is about saying the right words, having money, looking perfect, being funny. Those things help. But emotional control is different. It signals strength. A woman may never tell you directly, but she watches how you respond under pressure. She watches when plans change, when things don't go your way, when someone disagrees with you, when she tests your patience. And yes, sometimes it is a test. Not always intentional. But it happens. She wants to know who she's dealing with. A man, or an emotional child. Because anyone can look confident when life is easy. The real test comes when things become difficult. A strong man stays centered. A weak man becomes chaotic. And chaos kills respect. Fast. Think about a man who constantly loses control. He gets angry easily. Overthinks everything. Needs constant validation. Takes every comment personally. Gets offended by small things. At first people tolerate it. Then they avoid him. Because emotional instability is exhausting. Nobody feels safe around it. Not friends. Not coworkers. Not women. Not even family. But calmness creates the opposite effect. People trust it. People respect it. People are drawn to it because calm energy feels powerful, even without words. Have you ever met someone who barely spoke, yet everyone listened when they did? That's not an accident. That's presence. And presence comes from self-control. The strongest men in any room rarely need to prove they're strong, because they already know. The need to prove strength often reveals insecurity. Real confidence doesn't scream. It doesn't beg for attention. It doesn't chase approval. It sits quietly and lets results speak. This becomes even more important during conflict. Most men think winning arguments makes them powerful. It doesn't. Winning yourself makes you powerful. Imagine this. A woman sends you a cold message. One word replies. Less attention. Different energy. A weak man panics. He overthinks. Double texts. Demands answers. Creates pressure. And pushes her further away. A strong man notices. But he doesn't collapse emotionally. He stays focused on his life, his mission, his standards. He gives space. Not because he's playing games. Because his happiness doesn't depend on one person's behavior. That's freedom. And freedom is attractive. Desperation is not. The same principle applies everywhere. Business. Friendships. Family. Life. When people know they can trigger you, they gain leverage over you. When they know they can't, they respect you differently. Suddenly your words carry weight. Suddenly your decisions matter. Suddenly your presence feels stronger. Without you changing anything externally. Because the real battle was never outside. It was always inside. And that's where most men lose. Not because they lack intelligence. Not because they lack potential. Because they never learned emotional discipline. They trained their body, but not their mind. They built muscles, but not resilience. They chased success, but ignored self-mastery. And self-mastery changes everything. Consider a man walking through life. Every criticism hurts him. Every rejection destroys him. Every setback breaks his confidence. Every disagreement ruins his day. How much power does he really have? Very little. Now consider another man. He experiences the same criticism, the same rejection, the same setbacks, the same obstacles. But he remains steady. Not emotionless. Steady. There's a difference. Strong men feel emotions. They just don't become servants to them. They experience anger. But don't let anger drive. They experience fear. But don't let fear decide. They experience sadness. But don't let sadness define them. That's maturity. That's strength. And that's rare. Which is exactly why it stands out. In today's world, everyone reacts. Everyone posts emotions instantly. Everyone argues. Everyone seeks attention. Everyone wants the last word. But the man who stays calm becomes different. And different gets noticed. Not because he's trying. Because true strength is uncommon. One day you'll realize something important. The people who hurt you most often expected a reaction. They wanted your anger. Your desperation. Your emotional collapse. your attention, your energy. And when you don't give it to them, something interesting happens. You win. Not because they lose. Because you stay in control. And control is the highest form of power. Power isn't forcing outcomes. Power isn't dominating people. Power isn't intimidating others. Power is governing yourself. Your thoughts. Your emotions. Your impulses. Your decisions. Most men spend years trying to control the world. The strongest men learn to control themselves. And once they do, the world responds differently. Respect increases. Attraction increases. Confidence increases. Opportunities increase. Not overnight, but consistently. Because people trust stability. And stability comes from calmness. The next time someone disrespects you, pause. The next time life frustrates you, pause. The next time emotions demand immediate action, pause. That small moment could save you from a massive mistake. It could save a relationship, a business opportunity, your reputation, or years of regret. Remember this. Anyone can react. That requires no skill, no discipline, no strength. But staying calm when chaos surrounds you? That's different. That's rare. That's powerful. Weak men react. Strong men stay calm. And in a world addicted to emotional reactions, the calm man becomes impossible to ignore.